Okay, class, we are here to discuss our topic, which is rectilinear motion with constant acceleration. Ano nga ba itong rectilinear motion with constant acceleration? So sabi ni Singer, rectilinear motion with constant acceleration is a straight line of motion with constant acceleration. This condition arises when a body is acted upon by forces which remain constant in magnitude and direction. So ito daw yung mga motion na kung saan nagta-travel sila in a straight line path o straight line motion. Hindi pa liko-liko. Alright, so dito sa topic natin ng rectilinear motion with constant acceleration, meron tayong mga key formulas. Number 1, we have the velocity in terms of time wherein v is equals to v1 plus at. Number 2, velocity in terms of distance wherein v squared is equals to v1 squared plus 2as. And number 3, distance in terms of time wherein s is equals to v1t plus 1/2 at squared. So v is the velocity at a time t, or also ito yung tinatawag nila na final velocity of the object. v1, ito yung initial velocity ng object, then a for acceleration, and t, time in seconds. So ayan po, itong tatlong to na formula, ito ang malimit nating gamitin, or ito ang ating parating ginagamit kapag nagsosolve tayo ng problem ng rectilinear motion with constant acceleration. So, sample problem tayo. So, example number 1, the figure shows a train traveling at a constant uniform velocity of 75 kilometers per hour and the car traveling at a speed of 36 kilometers per hour towards point O. If the train moves at a uniform velocity, what will be the required time for the train to reach the point of collision? What will be the acceleration of the car if the car reaches point O 10 seconds ahead than that of the train? And number 3, using the acceleration computed above, what will be the velocity of the car at the collision point? Ayan po. As you can see in the figure, meron tayong dalawang object, which is the car and the train. So for question number 1, if the train moves at a uniform velocity, what will be the required time for the train to reach the point of collision O? Ayan. So sana all pinagtagpo doon sa point of collision. Hindi ko lang alam kung tinadhana. So, una-una, sa pag-solve ng problem, syempre hanapin natin yung given. Ano ba ang given natin dito? So, una-una, we have the distance of the train towards point O, which is 1 kilometer. Then, we have the velocity of the train. V, or final velocity, is equals to initial velocity, which is 75 kilometers per hour. Bakit siya equal? Si problem na rin mismo ang nagsabi, a train is traveling at a constant uniform velocity. Constant uniform velocity. Ibig sabihin, hindi nagbabago yung kanyang velocity. Walang nangyaring acceleration doon sa kanya. So simula nung tumakbo yung train, 75 kilometers per hour na yung speed niya, hanggang sa tuloy-tuloy yun maintain niya yung 75 kilometers per hour. Kaya nagkataon na si V final ay equal sa V initial. So balik na dun sa ating key formulas. Ang hinahanap natin ay time ng train na makarating siya doon sa point of collision. Since walang acceleration yung train, so kick out agad si formula number 1. Kasi pag nagkaroon siya, kapag ang formula number 1 ang ginamit natin, automatic, masisiro agad yung time. Same as with number 2, walang acceleration si train. So, doon tayo magpo-fall pa rin kay formula number 3. So, kahit anong pili mo, pag hindi talaga yun para sa'yo, hindi talaga pwede. So, doon tayo kay number 3. So, doon sa number 3, S is equals to V1t plus 1 half AT squared. Since 0 nga yung acceleration ng train, therefore, marireduce yung formula natin into S is equals to V1t. Substituting all the values, S is equals to 1 kilometer or 1,000 meters. Then V is equals to 75 kilometers per hour or 75,000 meters per 3,600 seconds will result to T is equals to 48 seconds. So within 48 seconds, makakarating yung train doon sa point of collision. Next, for question number 2, what will be the acceleration of the car if the car reaches point O 10 seconds ahead than that of the train? Ayun. Yung akala mo magbabanggaan sila at magtatagpo doon sa tagpuan, yun pala hindi. May nauna at may naiwan. So, ayun na nga. So, check natin ano ba yung given. We have the distance ng car papunta doon sa point of collision, the point O, which is 1 kilometer. Then we have the initial velocity of the car, which is 36 kilometers per hour. And the time for the train to reach point O. So, looking back doon sa ating key formulas, ang hinahanap natin ay acceleration of the car. Since si car ay walang given na final velocity, kahit anong pilit natin kay number 1, hindi talaga siya maging atin. Punta tayo kay number 2, kahit anong pilit natin, dahil may kulang pa rin sa atin, hindi talaga tayo para kay number 2 kasi wala tayong final velocity na given. So, doon ulit tayo kay number 3. So, S is equals to V1t plus 1 half AT squared. So, bago natin isolve yung problem, ang sabi dito kanina is, if the car reaches point O 10 seconds ahead than that of the train, So, ibig sabihin, mas mauunang darating si car kaysa sa doon sa train. So, kung si train ay darating ng 48 seconds, si car daw ay mauuna ng 10 seconds. So, ang mangyayari, 48 seconds minus 10 seconds is equal to 38 seconds. So, using the formula, S is equals to V1t plus 1 half AT squared. Substitute all the values, we will have the result of 0.859 meters per square second, which is the acceleration of the car. Ayan, so nasagot na natin yung number 1, number 2. Let's move on sa ating question number 3. Using the acceleration computed above, what will be the velocity of the car at the point of collision? So, ganun ulit. Given, we have distance ng car papunta doon sa point of collision, which is 1 kilometer. Acceleration ng car, 0.859 meters per square second. And then, the initial velocity of the car, which is 36 kilometers per hour. So, balik tayo doon sa ating key formulas. Ayan. So, ang hinahanap natin ay yung final velocity, which is, ang meron lang dyang final velocity sa formula ay si formula number 1 at si formula number 2. So, ngayon, iwan muna natin si formula number 3. Minsan din naman ay hindi tayo nababagay sa kanya. So, ayan. So, whichever po dito sa formulas 1 and 2, pwede po siyang gamitin. Pero mas pinili kong gamitin si formula number 2, which is V squared is equals to V1 squared plus 2AS. So, ayan. Substituting all the values doon sa ating formula will result to V is equals to 42.64 meters per second. Excuse me. So kapag ginamit mo si formula number 1, parehas lang din po ang magiging sagot nila. 42.64 meter per square second, which is equivalent to 153.5 kilometers per hour. Ayan. So, nasolve natin lahat yung question doon sa example number 1. Let's take another example. Example number 2. The car is traveling at a constant speed of 100 kilometers per hour on the level portion of the road when the 6% or tan theta is equals to 6 over 100 inclined is encountered. The driver does not change the throttle setting and consequently the car decelerates at the constant rate g sine theta. Question number 1. Determine the deceleration of the car in meter per square second along the inclined plane. Number 2. Determine the speed of the car 10 seconds after passing point A. And number 3. Determine the speed of the car when S is equals to 100 meters. So para doon sa question number 1 niya, determine the deceleration of the car in meter per square second along the inclined plane. So sabi ng problem, yung car daw ay nagtatravel ng 100 kilometers per hour sa level portion ng road. Pero nung dumating siya doon sa paakyat, bigla daw siyang dumating siya doon sa paakyat, pero ang ginawa niya, hindi siya nag-change gear. So as is lang, yung takbo niya na 100 kilometers per hour, tinuloy-tuloy niya lang yun hanggang pataas. So, habang pataas siya, consequently, ang kanyang sasakyan ay bumabagal. Sabi ng problem, bumabagal siya at a constant rate of g sine theta. So, ang tanong, determine the deceleration of the car in meter per square second along the inclined plane. So, ano ba yung given ulit natin? Sabi niya, tinatanong yung deceleration. So, given, deceleration of the car is equals to g sine theta, which is given in the problem. Decelerates at a constant rate g sine theta. Then next, angle of the road. So sabi niya, tan theta is equals to 6 over 100. So dito, hindi na natin i-check yung key formula since binigay na ni problem kung paano i-compute si deceleration, which is g sine theta. So tan theta is equals to 6 over 100. Tan theta is equals to 0.06, then theta is equals to 3.43 degrees. So, solving for deceleration, sabi niya, A is equals to negative g sine theta. Bakit negative? So, kapag ang natin is accelerates, ang sign natin is positive. Pero pag sinabing decelerate, ibig sabihin, bumagal po yung sasakyan. So, ang term natin is magkakaroon ng negative sign. So, substituting all the value, negative 9.81 sine 3.43 degrees will result to deceleration ng car is equals to 0.588 meters per square second. So take note of the sign since ang question is decelerate or deceleration. Alright? For question number 2, determine the speed of the car 10 seconds after. So simula daw nung umakyat siya doon sa angle na yun, sa paakyat. So ang tanong niya, ilan daw yung naging speed ng car ng after 10 seconds? So ano ba yung given? So we have the initial velocity ng car, which is 100 kilometers per hour. Then acceleration, yung computed natin kanina, which is 0.588 meters per square second. And the time, which is 10 seconds. So going back to key formulas, kung makikita natin, malinaw na malinaw, ideal agad si formula number 1, wherein V is equals to V1 plus AT. Siyempre, ba't pa tayo maghahanap ng iba kung nakita natin sa kanya yung lahat-lahat, di ba? Bulag na lang yung hindi makakita nun. So we have substituting the value, V1 is equals to 100 over 3.6. Kinonvert lang po natin siya into meter per second. Will result to 27.8 meter per second. So using the formula, V is equals to V1 plus AT. Substituting all the values, makuha natin si final velocity ng car after 10 seconds nang umakyat siya doon sa pabundok na 21.92 meter per second. Alright? So for question number 3, determine the speed of the car when S is equals to 100 meters. Ayan, simula daw nung umakyat siya doon pabundok, ilan daw ang speed ng car hanggang sa nung nakarating na siya doon sa 100 meters. Nung 100 meters na yung layo niya mula doon sa simula ng paakyat. Siyempre, ulit-ulit tayo, given na naman. Ano ba yung given natin? V1 is equals to 100 kilometers per hour. Acceleration or deceleration is equals to 0.588 meters per square second. Then distance ay 100 meters. So going back doon sa ating key formulas, since ang given ay si distance, ang may distance lang dyan ay si number 2. So kitang-kita na, nasa kanya na ang lahat. Ba't pa ipagpapalit? So, ayan. So gamitin natin ang formula number 2. V squared is equals to V1 squared plus 2AS. Substituting all the values, ayan, will result to V is equals to 25.6 meter per second. So, nung nakarating siya nung 100 meters na yun nung paangat, ang takbo na lang niya ay 25.6 meter per second. So, medyo mabagal na yung kanyang takbo. Alright? So, that's all doon sa ating first topic, which is the rectilinear motion with constant acceleration.